The IGCSE question, June 23, paper 1, question 19. Hopefully you've had a go at it. Hopefully you've looked at it and you're looking at this video because you're trying to figure out where you've dropped marks on the mark scheme and why you're not quite right. All right, so I'm going to talk you through this one and then we're going to do one combined together. So let's just get a visualizer so we can see it. Right, so it's a bounds question. And we are told that V equals 45.23, and that's rounded to 2 decimal places. So the upper bound and the lower bound are those. U and T equals 8.5 minus 8.55, 8.45. Now the key thing in the calculation is to make sure you do the biggest upper value. And to get the biggest upper, you need to have the biggest V, because that will give you a biggest number. You want to take away the smallest thing, because that will give you a bigger number than taking away the bigger, and divide by the smallest number, because that gives you the most parts. So to get the upper, it's 45.235, subtract 5.115 over 8.45, because divided by the smallest gives you the most. That will give me 4.7479289994. Right, and now I need to work out the lowest value. The lowest, to get the lowest, I need to have the smallest number for what I'm going to take away from. So that's 45.225. I need to take away the biggest. And then I need to divide it by the biggest, because it will give you the least amount of parts. Put it on my calculator, it gives me 4.69. Now, I want to find, because the question says, work out to a suitable degree of accuracy. Right, so if I round these all to the first significant figure, they both round to 5, they both round to 5. If I round it to the second significant figure, that rounds to 4.7, that rounds to 4.7. Third significant figure, that rounds to 4.75, that rounds to 4.69, so that's not the same. So when do they round to the same? When it is 4.7. Right, and that is my answer. Now, turning on to the next question, we do. Right, so you're going to have a go with me. So looking at it, what was the first thing I did? Correct, I wrote the bounds for each number. You can write the bounds for each number. Well, I do mine. Right, so you should have those. Then what did I do? I should check. What did I do next? What did I do next? I worked out the upper. So you can work out your upper. You decide which values to use and then compare it to mine. I'm just going to write mine down where you work. Hopefully you've written that. and that should equal 5.07244. Right, now then what did I do? I worked out my lowest or my lower. You work out your lower. So you should have those two values. Then what did I do? I rounded my R1 and my 1. Bring it slightly further down so you can see it. To 4.7. So what do I need to do to this? I need to decide when 5.75 and 4.99, so 5.0724, round to the same number. So that will round to 5, that will round to 5, that will round to 5.1, that will round to 5.0. So the only time they are the same is 5, which is the first decimal point. Well done. Thank you for revising or working. Now, move to the questions on the worksheet. Now I'm going to go at the other two on the website to build up that confidence.